Winter is here in the Midwest. So I put away all of my fall makeup and I pulled all new winter makeup. This is the makeup that I'm going to use for the next few months, at least until spring gets here. Here in Ohio, it has been winter for about a month already, and we have winter clear up through March, sometimes April. I do tend to change color stories with the seasons. I get inspiration from the things around me, and in the fall is more warm tones, red tones, orange tones, brown tones, and in the winter is more taupes and pinks and mauves. Also deeper and darker shades that tend to go with the moody, gray, cold weather. So if you want to see all of the makeup that I pulled for winter, then stick around. Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. I tend to not switch out my foundations, my concealers, my powders, until I get some more color on my skin, which doesn't happen until like summer. So I am not going to show you those kind of things because I use the same ones every day, but we're going to start with bronzers. I did pull a couple of new bronzers. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It is my favorite bronzer of every powder bronzer I've ever tried. I love this bronzer. This was given to me by my friend Mary from Mary Catherine Loves Cats. And I don't think she knew that it was my favorite bronzer when she sent it to me, but it is. And I'm going to actually attempt to finish this little guy this year. I'm already seeing the rings, so that makes me happy. I have my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Summer Fridays. This is what it looks like. It is almost gone. It is about time to remelt it. Several months ago, I did take my putty products, my putty bronzers and my putty blushes, and I rehomed them into these little tins and melted them down. And they're so much more user-friendly. I'm so happy I did that. And because they have a lid that screws on really tight, they don't dry out. So I love that I did that, and I'm getting so much more use out of my putty products. I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, and this is in the light medium. It's actually a contour, but I don't use it as a contour because it's a little warm. I like my contours to be very cool, almost gray. And as you can see, it is a little warm. So I've been using it as a bronzer. I like it. I like it as a bronzer. And we'll continue to use it that way. So those are the only bronzers that I've pulled other than a face palette or two. So we'll get to those later. But let's talk about blushes. We're going to go with my cream blushes that I pulled. Quite a few cream blushes. I like variety. That's why there's a lot of different types of the same thing. Because I like variety. I get bored. So this is the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick in the shade Dazzling Peony. And I finished a whole one of these last year. And I'm kind of thinking about using as much as I can this year to see if I can use another one of those up. That's what it looks like. It is a very pretty, like, pink shade. I have the Bare Minerals Bronzer. I just recently got this in a giveaway from Donna at My New Obsession. I'm just going to put the littlest bit on there. This tends to go a little warm. It's called Kiss of Mauve, but it's definitely warmer, as you can see. So if I do have a look that tends to go a little warm, I'll be using that. I have the Tarte blush tape, which was sent to me by another friend. You guys, I have great friends, amazing friends. This is in the shade Pink, and this is a beautiful product. I just started using this the other day. And that is what it looks like. It's a very light, but it gives a really pretty sheen. There's a beautiful luminosity to that. I should probably use it as a highlighter rather than a blush because it doesn't have a whole lot of pigment for a blush. You can see there's not much pigment. We're going to switch that over. We're going to do that right now. That's more of a highlighter, but that's okay. I have plenty of cream blushes. I have the ColourPop Super Shock in the shade Brute Flute, and I am attempting to finish this year. This tends to be a wine, but it's more of a warmer wine, but it's beautiful. This is my oldest cream blush that I have. Right before I started my channel, I bought a couple of ColourPop palettes. I bought the Wine and Only and another one that came in a set, and then it came with 2 Super Shocks and this. The two Super Shocks, I think I have decluttered both of them because they dried up terribly. But this is still nice and creamy. It's so pretty. And then we have the ColourPop Super Shock in Sounds Great. And again, very, very old. I'm going to try to finish this as well. That is what that looks like. They are beautiful, creamy cream blush formulas. Let me know, are you a cream blush person or a powder blush person, or do you do both? Because I do both. I'll put on some cream blush and then use a powder blush over top of it. I love blush. I do. This is the Ciate London Velvet Skin. This came in, I think, an Ipsy, but it's just a tiny guy, but there's so much in here. Like, you just need a little bit. So this will last me forever. That is what that looks like. It is such a pretty cream blush when it's all blended out like that. I love it. So that is all for my cream blushes, except for a face palette that I have. So let's go with powder blushes. This is the Ulta Beauty Mineral Blush in the shade Tiger Lily. This is the one, I think it's the only really warm blush that I have in here. And it's because it doesn't go orange on me. I love a warm blush with a warm eye look, but they tend to go orange on me. And while I do wear more cool tones in the winter, I still will bust out some warm looks every once in a while. But this is beautiful. It has a really pretty, it doesn't have a lot of pigment, but it has enough. And it has a really pretty luminosity to it as well. You can see it right there. It's so pretty. We have a Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Mellow Wine. This is old, very old. This is what that looks like. It's very neutral. And you'll see here in a minute that I tend to go for the neutral blushes. That is what that looks like. It's gorgeous. And I have the e.l.f. Primer Infused blush in the shade Always Rosy. I know. Why did I bring in two blushes that look damn near similar? Well, because I'm going to try to finish this year. This is on my plan to pan. And while I didn't do a plan to pan video, I'm just kind of doing it behind the scenes. But as you can see, there are a little different on the skin. This is a little bit pinker than this. This is also way more pigmented, and it's Wet n Wild. It is so affordable. I love the Wet n Wild Color Icon products. I think they're great. I really do. Another very affordable, very beautiful blush is the packaging's broken. This is the Essence Pure Nude in Goldie Cassis. I love this blush. It is so beautiful. It has a really pretty sheen to it. You can see that. It's got a shimmer to it. And I use this as a blush topper. It is so pretty. It is such a beautiful finish. And I usually use it over top of this. This is discontinued. This is a ColourPop. This is a ColourPop pressed blush, and this is in the shade Just My Pluck. And I, as you can see, use the heck out of it in the spring and in the winter because it is such a cool tone blush. That's what that looks like. And this on top of that, it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I tend to wear that Color Story quite often in the winter. We have two more blushes. They're both a pink blush. This is the Benefit Willa, and it is a neutrally pink blush. Wait a minute, you guys. Wait a minute. Ha! You guys, do I have a type? I have a type. Okay, let's see if we can hold them all three up at the same time. That's ridiculous. All right, this one's going back. That one's going back. I was going to try to get some use out of it, but that's ridiculous to have three of the same. It was ridiculous to have two of the same shade. Let's not have three. Let's not do that. And the last, okay, I have plenty in here. It's fine. And then the last one that I have pulled is the Cabana Boy, also extremely old in my collection. This is way before I had my channel. The place where I get my hair color from. It's like a licensed, you have to have a license to get in. They used to carry the balm products. And so we got them at like 40% off or something like that, equivalent to, because it was wholesale. So I bought that and a couple of eyeshadow palettes, which I no longer have. So that is what that looks like. You can see that shine on there. Oh, so pretty. I feel like in the winter, because everything is so dull, I feel like I need some more like shimmer on my face. Not glitter, but like luminosity. I need some luminosity. I need to look like I'm lit from within. Those are all the blushes. We have quite a few highlighters, you guys. Quite a few. So let's start with cream highlighters. I have the Flexitarian. This is ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Flexitarian. It is a much loved in my collection, but much loved from everyone. Look at that. I mean, obviously I don't wear that much, but oh, it's so pretty. I use this to underpaint. I put this on underneath my foundation, and then I use a sponge and or a brush or whatever to put on my foundation, and it just kind of diffuses it, and it's gorgeous. This is called Felicity, and again, that one has a pan as well. This one's a little darker. It has a little bit more of a warm tone to it. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Man, that one's like, whoa. Yeah, I don't wear that much because that would look ridiculous on me. But underneath foundation, it's gorge. We have two of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wands. I'm kind of wanting to be done with these. Like finish them, not get rid of them. I'm over the whole sponge on the end. This one is in the shade Champagne. And it's very pretty. And that is what that looks like. It's very champagne-y. And then the other Halo Glow wand I have is in Rose Quartz. This happens to be in a project right now. But I was going to pull it even before it rolled into my project. And it is a very pretty Rose Quartz. So original. That is where that is. You know, it doesn't look as pinky on the skin as I want it to, because I love a pinky beige highlighter. I do. I love a pinky beige. We have a few of the Soul Body Shimmering Body Powders from ColourPop. Well, Soul Body, but it's, you know, it's ColourPop. ColourPop highlighter. This is in the shade Soft Pink. And this is probably my most used of all of my Soul Body Shimmering Body Powders, because like I said, I love a pink highlighter, especially in the winter. And it is beautiful. It is so pretty. Look at that. It's gorge. I love it. And then I have Pretty Peach. This is one of the bigger ones that are almost impossible to open. Stand by. There we go. There's that. It's a little darker, but I will sometimes use it as a blush lighter. And that is what, can you see it? It's right there in the middle. Let's see if we can do a little bit more. Yeah, there you go, right there. It's very pretty. My fingers are going to be stained. And then the last Soul Body Shimmering Body Powder I have, actually this one says ColourPop, but it's the same packaging. This is the Lav Dreams. This came with the Lavish collection. I bought the Lavish collection a couple of years ago. Have I ever used this highlighter? No, I haven't. But look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. I've swatched it. You can see that I've swatched it. I've never used it because I don't tend to reach for a purple highlighter. But I need to get use on it, or else it's just going to sit there all sad. There's that one. It's very, very, so pretty. So pretty, I can't help myself. I mean, even if I use it for like an inner corner or whatever. Robert Welsh had a really awesome tip And so you put your regular highlighter here and here, and then you put your blue or purple in the middle here and kind of blend them together. And it was really neat. I had never heard of such thing. I have the Meet Mary Luminizer from the Balm. That is what she looks like. This is, it fell out. And I haven't glued it yet. But I got this from my friend Jen Beauty. And I'm going to swatch this one for you. This is OG, man. This is an OG. But I love it because it's very subtle. Like, look how, it just gives you a little bit of life. And it's so pretty. And then lastly, for my highlighters in packaging, I do have some singles over here. Marilyn Monroe collection. This is Wet n Wild, Marilyn Monroe. And this is called Cool Champagne. And I've never used this. I have this and a peachy one. I've never used either one of them. I got them over a year ago. And it's such a beautiful highlighter. Like, my whole hand is a highlighter now, but it's right here. Yeah, you can see that. It's so pretty. And I have 3 singles. And my highlighter and bronze singles get neglected more than my single shadows do. They just sit over there in their little home, and I never think to reach for them. So I put them in one of my clear top palettes that I can see them when it's sitting over here on my little thing. And I have 2 from Copacetic. This is called White Rabbit. And it has a little bit of a, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Guys, look at that. So pretty. Will I wear that this winter? Probably not. But at least it's going to be where I can see it. And if I want to use it as an awesome inner corner or brow bone highlight or whatever, it's there and I can see it. Because otherwise it's just going to sit there and not get used. And then this one's called Mr. Mint. This is also Copacetic highlighter. I got these in a cutie box. And it has more of a kind of a peachy, again, very, very seen from space, but look how beautiful that is. I can't with these, you guys. I can't. Let me clean off my hands because I'm a shimmery mess. Okay, and then the last one I have in my singles. Oh shoot, I don't have the name of it. It's called All the Something. I'm putting it down here. But it's the one it's got like several different shades in there. And it again is so pretty. There it is right there. I know I have several that are similar, but I like variety. I do. On to face palettes. The things that get neglected more than my single shadows, more than my single highlighters, are my face palettes. Why do I never reach for them? I have no idea. I have beautiful face palettes. Why? I don't know, but I am now. This is the Belgian Waffle. We all know what this looks like. But I'm bringing this in for the bronzers, not the highlighters, because I have plenty of those over there. But I'm bringing them in for the bronzers. And I've never, like, I've used the bronzers a handful of times. I've had this almost 3 years. I've never, like, I bought it from the BH site. Whatever, man, whatever. I'm so disgusted with myself sometimes. This is the Anastasia Moonchild. This is in a project. This shade right here is in a project. You haven't seen it yet. No, you haven't seen it yet. My intro. But that is in a project. But I'm bringing in to use the whole thing. But that shade Blue Moon is what's in the project. So I brought it out so that it would be over here so I would remember to use it. I really don't know why I bought that palette because I don't wear those kinds of highlighters, but because it's gorge, that's why. I have the Pat McGrath, and this is the Divine Blush and Glow Cheek Palette, Nude Venus. I got this from Ipsy. It was like on stupid sale, and those are beautiful. So those do tend to be a little warmer, but I've had it over a year and I've never used it. And then the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush. This is the Aria. No. Daria. This is the Daria. And this is what it looks like. You know, these three are cream and those three are powder. So I have other highlights and I have some blushes, and this is more of like a blush lighter. And I've had this for over a year and have never used. So I'm going to try to use it and get use out of it because it's beautiful. It's Natasha Denona. It's absolutely beautiful. And then lastly, I have my Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit. Universe Unlocked. I recently got this from Leanna. Leanna gave this to me when she came to visit me, my friend Leanna Dalton. If you're new, Leanna's like one of my best good friends. So she also has a channel. Anybody that I mention that has a channel will be listed down in the description box below. But it's beautiful. I've never owned an Hourglass, nor would I if she hadn't have given this to me, because you guys, I can't pay that much for, I can't pay that much for makeup. I can't. But she is not a fan of glowy blushes and glowy powders, and she asked me if I wanted it. And I would be insane to say no. So I'm actually going to use these blushes, and I'm actually going to use, I think this is a bronzer. But what I really want to do is I really want to use this powder and see how it, I haven't used it yet. I haven't used anything that she's given me or anything that I've gotten the last part of the year because I was waiting to film a video, which I just filmed. You'll see it after this one, of my year-end hauls. But one of those hauls, Leanna was here visiting. So she gave me a bunch of stuff. So yes, I am very, very excited to use that. Okay, now for eyeshadow palettes. This is my favorite part. Oh, I love eyeshadow palettes. There are a lot of palettes here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the tiny ones first. I have the MAC ×2 eyeshadow ×2, and this has 2 of the MAC singles in it. I got this from my friend Z. I'm going to be dropping a lot of names here because I have great friends. They send me palettes that I absolutely love. So like I said, everybody that has a channel will be listed in the description box below. I got this from my friend Z Dooley, and oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. I actually brought this out to use at Christmas time and just decided to keep it in here for the winter. I have 2 here from Color, 2 quads from ColourPop. They're both purple. This is called Acai You Baby, and I've never used it. Guys, I've never used it. I don't even know how long I got it in a ColourPop mystery box. This is Gotta Agate, and this came from Laura the Bargain Hunter, and I've used it once and it's lovely. I have 2 from Essence. This is the Taupe It Up. Beautiful, cool taupes, grays, gorge. I love this. Love this palette, and I love this one. This is the I Like to Mauve It, Mauve It. Again, cool tones, so pretty. Let me tell you what, if you are in the market for a very affordable but good quality eyeshadow palette, I cannot recommend these guys enough. They have several different color stories, and I love them. So there's that. Okay. I have the Violet Voss Pretty in Paradise. This was given to me by my friend Charlie, and so pretty. So, so pretty. I have the Anastasia Subculture. I found this at Marshall's for 20 bucks. I don't know, 3 years ago. I've only used it a couple of times, but I feel like that is a beautiful winter color story while still having some life to it, some color to it. I have the Lunar Beauty 12 Days of Lunar. This was the Advent. And while this does have warm tones, these 4 right here create the most beautiful, cool look. And I love it. This is the Ace Beauté Smoky Roses. These cool shimmers right here are so beautiful. I'm not a big fan of these warm tones right here, but everything else is just beautiful. Love it. I have the Miami Nights. This was given to me by Mary Catherine Loves Cats, and that is what that looks like. I love these tones. I love the reds and the, like the mauve tones. I have two from Odin's Eye. I have the Solmani too. If I'm not going to use this in the winter, I'll never use it because of all of these tones here. I could use these in the summer. You guys, I do. I really go by seasons. I will wear some cool tones in the fall. I will wear some warm tones in the winter, but for the most part, I stick to the color palette of the season. And while I'm not real big on blue eyeshadow, this line right here, this row, is beautiful. I have the Stone and Rock. I recently used this in a collab that you will see on the 13th. Eyeshadow look. So pretty. The Blueberry Muffin. Again, if I'm not going to use this in the winter, I'm not going to use it. Because that is wintry, cool, wintry goodness. I have the Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. This is the volume 19. It is called Nevermore. And I received this from my friend Cece from Panning for Goals, also Cece's Trial Size Life. And she bought that for me because it has the raven on it. It's called Nevermore. Edgar Allan Poe is my favorite author. And it's so pretty. So, so pretty. I have the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette, which came from Leanna. I've already used this season, but beautiful winter color story. There are some warm tones in here, but so many beautiful, just cool, neutral, cool purples, cool blues. Gorge. It's just gorge. I have the Gemini 2, which was also given to me by Leanna. Now these are a little bit warmer tones down here, but I'm looking at these cool tones here. This is missing a shade. This is that shade that everyone had issues with that is now gone. So there's that. I have the BH Supernova, and this is a palette of their baked shimmers. I bought this from either Poshmark or Mercari, brand new, and I've never used it. But winter. I kept saying, I gotta wait for winter. I want to wait for winter. Well, winter's here. Use the damn thing. I have the iconic London Treat Yourself eyeshadow palette. This is beautiful. This was given to me by my friend Gigi. And I have actually been using this a lot. I can do it this way. Oh, nope, it has a mirror. And so the shades that I'm most drawn to are these three here and these two here. But I'm not a green shadow person, but I have been loving these shades right here. Can you believe it? I can't, but they're really pretty. I've used them like 3 or 4 times now. And I got this in the fall, but I'm keeping it in for winter because I want to get more use out of it. I want to use it some more. I have the Nomad Chicago Speakeasy. This is brand new to my collection. I have not used it yet. I won a giveaway from Nomad. Mary Catherine loves cats. The angel that she is, she nominated me. They have a starfish giveaway every year where you nominate someone and you say why you're nominating them. And she nominated me and I won. And I got to pick any palette that I wanted, and I wanted this one. I think that these tones are absolutely stunning. And the other palettes that I kind of wanted are very blue heavy, and I'm not a blue girl. So that's what I got. And I can't wait to use it. I have not used it yet. I just got it, you guys. I just got it. Few more. Stay with me. I have the Stone Cold Fox palette. It's what I have on my eyes today. This is in my top three palettes. That is what it looks like. If you don't know, you see that shiny pan? This is a very well-loved girly. She is old, and she's just one of my favorite palettes in the whole wide world. I have the Huda Rose Quartz. Perfect time of year for this beautiful color story. Got this from my friend Michelle for Christmas or my birthday. I think it was Christmas, but I'm not sure. And guys, so pretty. Top three for sure. Top 5, top 3. I have the ColourPop Aurora Struck, which I've already used. I used this in a collab with Leanna, and I've been saying, I don't like blues, I don't like greens, but look at that. So pretty. I did use mostly purples, but this navy, this dark blue right here is one of the best dark blue shades I've ever had. Dark blues are not easy to blend. They're sometimes patchy. They don't blend very well. What's going on here? And that is a perfect blue. I have the blends. I will always have the blends out, always, because this is year-round. This is year-round goodness. The purple shades in this palette have been used the most. Then this dark blue here, and then these neutrals. None of these other shades have been used at all. I like this palette because it's an all matte palette, and it gives me an excuse to bring out my pretty singles. I have the Zodiac. This is the love signs. And I brought this out because Valentine's Day is coming up, you guys, next month. And this stuff stays in all winter. So those are beautiful shades. Of course, we do have some warm shades, but all of these cool baked shimmers. Their baked formula is just, I can't. I love their baked formula so much. These in the middle are pretty much, they're all right. I use them when I use this palette, but they're not my favorite mattes I've ever had. And then this is an older palette, so not great, not great. I have the Till Death palette. This is beautiful winter goodness because it's all, well, mostly cool shades. I just got this. I ordered it Black Friday, Christmas, I can't remember. It wasn't on sale. I've had my eye on this palette since it came out in October, and that is what it looks like. These shades are not glitters, those are shimmers, and oh my gosh, are they shimmers. They are so metallic. I'll swatch one. I show this palette in my end of year purchases. So you'll see it swatched there, but I'm still going to swatch it for you. This is the shade Dedication. You guys, metallic. This is their only palette that does not have pressed glitters in it, and I am here for it. Look at that. Look at that. Holy cow. Now, when I wipe this off my hand, there's going to be shimmer everywhere. So this is definitely a formula that you have to have a glitter primer with. Otherwise, you're going to have shimmers all over your face. There's shimmers all over my hand. All over my hand. This is going to be a palette that I use when I'm not hanging out at work all day. This is a special occasion, like going out to dinner, coming home, washing my face. Chunky, flaky shimmers are not my favorite, but damn, that's pretty. I saw a couple of people use that on videos, and it's just gorgeous. I had to have it. I had to Tetris all those back in the way I had them. I have a metal file folder, like from back in the day, like metal file folder that I have all my palettes in, my seasonal palettes in. Let me know down below if you're a seasonal makeup wearer. If you don't care, you're like, I wear what I want when I want, which I kind of do too, but I tend to go with the seasons. Let me know, what kind of makeup wearer are you? Are you a all willy-nilly, or are you a seasonal? Like, do the seasons inspire you to use certain shades? And let me know what you think of the palettes I brought in, of any of the products that I brought in. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until next time, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.